Hi, my name is Alfonsina Prieto. I am an MS navigator at the National MS Society, and I am here to talk about financial planning. Multiple sclerosis is a costly disease, and it is common for individuals living with it to experience financial strain, particularly due to increased medical expenses. A diagnosis of MS also brings a degree of uncertainty because of the unpredictable nature of the condition. For these reasons, it is essential to become informed and intentional about managing your finances. Financial planning is about making the most of your money today while preparing for tomorrow. In this brief presentation, we will discuss practical techniques for managing your current financial situation, protecting your assets, and planning with the future in mind. It is never too late to reassess your spending habits and develop a plan for financial stability. Assess your financial situation. The first step in any financial plan is understanding where you currently stand. Begin by identifying your total income. Next, create a realistic budget that prioritizes your basic needs. Keep a written or digital record of your income, expenses, and financial goals. There are several helpful apps that allow you to track expenses directly from your phone, such as Pocket Guard, Good Budget, or Monarch Money. Many offer free versions with additional features available through paid subscriptions. If you carry debt, make paying it off a priority. Explore debt relief options such as consolidation, structured payment plans, or debt settlement programs. If your health allows, consider taking on a side job to supplement your income. How to stretch your money. While many people with MS are able to remain in the workforce, others may find it necessary to apply for disability benefits such as SSI or SSDI due to symptoms that interfere with employment. When expenses exceed income, it is important to explore community programs designed to assist individuals with disabilities or low income households. You can start by calling 211, visiting your local social services office, or reaching out to community organizations that provide information and referral. Some examples of available assistance programs include Medicaid, Medicare saving programs, prescription drug discounts, food stamps or food pantries, low income energy assistance, and rental assistance. If you are already participating in some of these programs but still find yourself needing to adjust, the following strategies can help you better manage your expenses. Cancel unnecessary subscriptions, avoid impulse purchases, pay bills on time to prevent late fees, plan your meals in advance to avoid overspending, and contact your utility providers to inquire about promotions or discounts that may reduce your monthly payments. Saving and budgeting tips. A structured approach to budgeting can help you build long term stability. One effective method is the 50-30-20 rule, which divides your income into three categories: 50% for essential needs such as housing, food, and utilities, 30% for discretionary expenses such as entertainment or dining out, and 20% for saving and future goals. Another useful strategy is pay yourself first. This means prioritizing savings before other expenses. Treat saving, even a small amount, as a non negotiable commitment to your future financial well being. Understanding your financial options. For people living with MS, health insurance plays a vital role in financial planning. Using your coverage wisely involves verifying treatment coverage, understanding the appeals process, and considering supplemental insurance to help cover costs that your primary plan doesn't. When reviewing or choosing a plan, it is important to evaluate annual coverage limits, review prescription coverage, compare available plans to find the one that best fits your needs. While health insurance is essential, it is also important to protect other areas of your financial life. Consider additional coverage such as life insurance, disability insurance, homeowners or renter insurance, and long term care insurance. Investing with an eye to the future. Investing means allocating money with the goal of long term growth. If you have children, you may want to explore an educational savings account, such as a 529 plan to prepare for future college expenses. For retirement planning, consider contributing to tax advantage account such as Roth IRA or 401k. For those with graded financial capacity or interest, there are additional investment options worth exploring. Index funds, diversified and low cost, ideal for beginners, robo advisors, automated portfolios tailored to your goals and risk tolerance, and target date funds, which automatically adjust risk level as you approach your retirement date. Finally, estate planning ensures that your property and assets are managed according to your wishes in the event of incapacity or death. Additional financial tools. Two important tools to consider are ABLE accounts and disability trust. An ABLE account is a tax advantage saving account that allows individuals with disabilities to save money for qualified expenses without affecting eligibility for government benefits. A disability trust is designed to hold and manage assets for a person with a disability while preserving eligibility for programs such as Medicaid and SSI. These trusts also help cover expenses that government benefits don't. In addition, consider establishing advance directive, which outline your medical preferences and designate someone to make healthcare decisions on your behalf if you are unable to do so. These typically include a living will to document your treatment preferences, a healthcare power of attorney to designate a trusted decision maker. It is important to note that even close family members must have formal authorization through these documents to act on your behalf. Explore financial resources. There are additional tools and programs available to support your financial and personal planning. The Financial Education Partners FED program, offered by the National MS Society, provides free and confidential financial planning services to individuals living with MS. These sessions connect you with a professional financial planners who can help you create a personalized financial plan. Key takeaways. As we conclude, here are the main points to remember. Take time to understand your finances and insurance coverage. Use available community and national resources to ease financial stress. Begin planning early. Small, consistent steps today can build a more secure future.
Why is it important to build social connections as you age with MS, especially in the Hispanic Latinx community?
My name is Maria Saldivar, and I'd like to speak about social connections and aging well with MS. In our Hispanic and Latinx communities, family and friends are at the heart of everything. They give us strength, joy, and a sense of belonging. I'm Maria Saldivar, a proud Cuban, wife, mom, grandma, friend, advocate, and community member, and I've been living with MS for many years. One thing I know for sure is that MS brings challenges, but no one should face them alone. For me, learning how to make space for MS without letting it take over my whole life has been key. Staying connected with people who truly understand, whether that's close friends, others living with MS, or members of my community, keeps me grounded. Those relationships lift me up when I'm tired and remind me that laughter, support, and hope are always within reach. And it goes both ways. Sharing my story and encouraging others gives me strength. Supporting each other makes us all feel more empowered to keep moving forward. Research shows that strong social ties can lower stress, improve mental health, and even help manage MS symptoms. And in our culture, where friends often become like extended family, those bonds bring healing and hope in powerful ways. That's why I'm here today to share my experiences and talk about how we can keep living fully with MS at every stage of our lives.
How can MS impact family life, and what helps families stay connected?
Someone in a family is living with MS. It can shift roles and responsibilities for everyone involved. In many Hispanic households where family life often spans multiple generations, changes in one person's health can affect parents, children, spouses, and extended relatives who step in to help. Finding ways to make space for MS without letting it take over daily life is key to keeping the family balanced and maintaining harmony. Family members may experience emotions like fear, guilt, or anxiety, and in our culture, these feelings are not always expressed openly because families try to stay strong for each other. That's why honest and open communication is so important. Talking about what each person is feeling and what support is needed helps everyone stay connected, reduces misunderstandings, and makes it easier to plan for the future together. For example, when I take my injections, I often do them alongside my grandson. He compares it to the shots he gets at the doctor, and it has become a way for us to talk openly. My daughter and I agreed that this is the right time to be honest with him, to let him see what I go through, and to explain what I can and can't do depending on my symptoms. It's not always easy, but it has brought us closer and made MS part of our family story instead of a hidden burden.
What are some ways members of the Hispanic Latinx community with MS can build or grow a support network that fits their needs?
Friendships and connections outside of family bring so much color and meaning to life. I know fatigue, pain, and mobility issues can make some socializing harder, and I've had moments where I felt isolated. But in our Hispanic and Latinx communities, like I said before, friends and neighbors often feel like extended family. The ones who stick with me have been a source of laughter, encouragement, and even practical help when I needed it most. I've been lucky to keep many of my friendships throughout my life. Even with MS, I make it a priority to stay connected to my friends. Their loyalty, love, and encouragement inspire me, and I found that these friendships continue to bring joy and strength as I age with MS. Support also comes from connecting with people who understand the MS journey firsthand. The National MS Society offers programs like MS Friends, MS Ambassadors, online groups, and local self help groups that meet virtually or in person. These spaces were designed for people like us so you can talk openly, swap advice, and feel less alone. I'll be honest, building new support systems can feel intimidating at first, but once I took that first step, it became empowering. I've joined MS groups and online communities where I can feel connected not only around shared experiences with MS, but also around my cultural identity. When you find people who truly get both parts of your life, it feels like home. One of the most important parts of my life now is leading a group called the MS Amigos. We're a strong, close-knit group, and I often act as an advocate for our members. We talk frequently not only about MS, but also about life, family, and everyday joys. We've built a community that genuinely loves being together. For me, the MS Amigos is proof that even though MS can be isolating, you can still create deep, meaningful bonds that lift everyone up.
How can staying active and doing things you enjoy help you build connections and community?
In our Hispanic and Latinx communities, connection often happens through what we do together, whether it is church activities, volunteering, or celebrating traditions with music, food, and family. These moments not only keep us close to our culture, but they also give us strength and joy. I have also found that staying active is one of the best ways to feel connected while managing MS. Movement does not have to be complicated. It is about finding something that fits your life and makes you happy. For some people, that might be adaptive dance, yoga, or a community walking group. For others, it could be as simple as moving to the rhythm of music while cooking in the kitchen or joining a family on a short walk after dinner. What matters is that movement brings people together. It helps your body, lifts your mood, and creates space to share laughter and support. For me, it has been a reminder that even as MS changes my body, I can still honor it, and I do not have to do it alone. For me, yoga has been that passion. Movement has been part of my life for decades, and it has carried me through every stage of living with MS. I first started because of the benefits it offered for my symptoms, but over time it became much more than exercise. Yoga has been a consistent source of strength, peace, and connection. It reminds me that even as my body changes with age and with MS, I can still honor and care for it through movement. Living with MS has taught me that none of us should do this alone. My family, my friends, and my MS community have all lifted me up in different ways. Sometimes it's through big things like caregiving or advocacy, and other times it's simply sharing a laugh, a prayer, or spending a few minutes together. We may not choose MS, but we can choose how we live up for each other. For me, that means being honest about my challenges, celebrating small victories, and leaning into the love and support around me. I hope today you think about the relationships that give you strength and the new connections you can build. Together, we can remind each other that MS does not define us. We can keep living fully with purpose and with community about every stage of our life.